listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Hey, everybody. Hey. We are in the building, and it's Mother freaking Friday. It's F-word Friday. That means we have finalized the week. We are having a fantastic day, and we are feeling fine. See what I did there? You guys see what I did there?
You did. You alliteration.
I did it. I alliterated it. I alliterated it.
Yeah.
Just checking in with you guys. How y'all doing on this fine, fancy Friday?
Ooh, it's Friday. This has been a long week. It's been a long week.
This week has been insanely long.
And I just got back.
You sure did?
But it's been a lot. I've done a lot in them days since I've been back. Reality hit hard when I came back from vacation.
That's the sucky thing about vacation, because you go and you vacate your life and reality and stuff. Yeah. But then I don't think it sets into people that you come back and you literally have to deep dive right back into the BS that you just came out of.
Dive right back into the deep end.
Yep.
That's what you got to do.
There's no little couple of days of reprieve.
None. It was immediately right back into the shit.
That's why people really got to enjoy their little, their little time. You got to enjoy your time and do the most while you outside.
Amen. I am tired. Yesterday was a very eventful day.
Yes, it was event fiel.
So many things happened yesterday, and I'm glad that yesterday is over, and I'm ready to get on to the weekend because I'm tired. I would like to rest. This is a good big weekend though, big movie weekend. It is Wicked weekend. Have y'all heard about that?
What does that mean?
So Wicked debuted yesterday along with Gladiator 2. Two huge movies.
Yeah, that's Denzel is in that one, right?
Yep, Denzel's in that one. They're thinking that this weekend is going to be as big as the Barbenheimer weekend. Remember that when Barbie and Oppenheimer came out, and they both made tons of money that one weekend?
Is the Wicked one look a little more modern and stuff like that?
It is. And I heard that it's amazing.
Really?
It's been getting lots and lots and lots of really, really great reviews. It stars Ariana Grande and our girl Cynthia Erivo.
Yep.
And I've heard that it's a amazing movie. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Noah said that he wants to see it, so I'm like, yes.
So it's the Wicked Witch is nice now or something, right?
Well, I don't know. So Wicked is a play that has been long standing on like Broadway and in theaters for a long, long time, and now they've made the movie version of it. And
I think they have a couple of movie versions.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna look.
No, this is the first.
No,
version.
This is the first Wicked. Yeah, the first actual Wicked. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I like the Wizard of Oz, and it's one of those Wizard of Oz type spin-off movies, right? So looking forward to that. I haven't seen much about Gladiator 2 besides the fact that Denzel is in it.
And the gay kiss.
Oh yes, and the gay kiss.
That's all I heard about it. Don't know nothing else.
Right. Well, didn't hear that part, but yeah, I guess that's the thing. Denzel is he the only one in it? Who else is in it?
You know what movie? I don't know.
Right.
All we know about it.
I haven't heard much about Gladiator at all, but anyhow, big movie weekend. If people decide that that's what they want to do,
I'm down for this. I'm down for a movie Wicked day because it looks really fun. I've seen a couple of plays. Maybe that's what the problem. I've seen a couple of Wicked plays.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I've never seen a live action adaptation. And I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm very interested in seeing that.
What movie has any movie disappointed you guys for 2024?
I don't think I've seen any new movies this year.
What? You know what I do want to see this week? What I'm gonna watch this weekend is Marvel movie with the little dog.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes,
I watched it on the plane.
How was it?
Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah. That was good.
It's a lot.
It was a lot.
It's a lot.
Like a lot of action and a lot going on.
Yeah, well, Deadpool movies are a lot.
Yeah.
So this is Deadpool movie plus Wolverine.
Okay.
And so it's a lot.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad.
It wasn't. No, I wouldn't say it's bad.
I love Ryan Reynolds and how he's
hilarious.
Just an asshole all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's his real personality, right? And then Wolverine, it was a different Wolverine for me, though.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
So he was more silly.
He was like a real a-hole.
Oh,
But he wasn't the last movie.
I think with the little girl, he's always a little bit super mean.
Okay, so I don't think that I'm up.
He's one of those people
on the X-Men.
Yeah, he's one of those that work alone and he don't want nobody with him. And
it's a lot. And I'd say that I don't think it was bad. It was very, very entertaining. But it definitely is a lot. What other movie did I watch? I watched a movie called
Joker 2.
No.
Oh, Penguin. I
heard that that's supposed to be really good. The show is supposed to be really, really good.
Oh, it's a show.
It's a show. It's a series. Yeah.
So I watched the Joker 2.
Yeah.
Nothing could replace Joaquin.
I don't want to say terrible. The last Joker movie was good. They turned it into like a musical.
Oh
no.
No.
And I love a musical
with Lady Gaga. It's a full-on musical.
Oh no! Not make it.
Right after I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, because my flight was like 4.5 hours, I watched a movie called Fall Guy, which is about a guy who was a stunt man, and it's another action movie. But I watched lots of action, and that's a really, really good movie too. Fall Guy. I'm not quite sure who's in it. I don't remember his name, but my girl is in it. Emma somebody.
The Fall Guy.
Yeah.
Fall Guy.
What's the girl's name?
Ryan Gosling.
Yes, him.
And Emily Blunt.
Yeah. So it's a good movie. Lots of action. Really, really good. So check that out if you have a chance. But yeah, I think that's what this weekend is going to be, a movie weekend.
Yeah,
definitely.
See, they're saying Joker 2 was terrible. It was terrible.
Really?
It was terrible.
Yeah. Anyhow, aside from that, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm tired though. I'm tired, and life's good.
It is Friday night. It's 45 degrees.
And I ain't got no.
I saw somebody the other day said, "I ain't got no president. No president ain't got me."
I feel it.
I ain't got no shorty. Ain't no shorty ain't got me.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
See, this is speaking of
Tristan,
when we get into the national and the world news, we have to get into a lot of the things that the Republicans are doing already.
Yeah.
That you guys should probably start to pay a lot more attention to, especially that there was a bill passed yesterday that is really targeting nonprofits. And there's a lot of nonprofits that are in there to diversify a lot of different things, and they coming for y'all. So y'all, I was hoping that we was being dramatic, but the way that things is turning out, it looks like we gonna have to get on the boat and get out of here for 4 years.
Y'all see, they're doing all kind of crazy stuff already.
They sure are. I don't know what, boy. I don't know what it gonna do. I ain't know what it gonna do. My court case was yesterday as well, and that is finally finalized. We all knew that the law states that there needs to be three separate documented acts of harassment to get a restraining order. We knew that
physical.
Not physical. It just has to be at least
threatening,
intimidating. So we knew that we didn't have 3 of those instances because I've never been, like me and homie don't hook up, no bunks up in the same place. So they did officially say that what happened to me at the library was one instance of harassment. So, 2 more and then we'll be good to go. The law is very stupid. The law is very, very stupid.
It is stupid. Something else what was it? I don't know. Went out of my head. But it was something of returning to this 3 strikes type
it's
situation.
Very weird because, you really have to get physically or, you have to be in harm's way 3 times before the law recognizes that you should be protected from the person that you most likely went to court for 2 other times. And what would make the person who is committing these things, what incentive do they have to not do those things?
Child, I don't know, but there's the reason why there's so much vigilantism that ends up happening.
Yeah, because
sometimes you just don't feel protected the way that you need to be protected, and I think that that's very, very unfortunate. But I mean that's widespread amongst.
No, we're not giving him another chance to do anything.
Many things, and just like the way of the world these days, the laws aren't set up to protect people the way that they should be set up to protect people, which is really, really unfortunate.
Yeah, Jess, it doesn't mean that we're giving him a chance to do anything. It just means that now that we know what he's capable of, you just gotta not be caught slipping no more. Like, it just gotta be one of those things where, one of those things. Mm-hmm. It's fine. Mm-hmm. My mama always said every dog has its day. And I heard it's open season, so whatever. We're keeping it moved. I'm at the, what is it? Yeah, and then yesterday, what happened to me last night? I walked to my vehicle and I realized that the window was fully down.
In the pouring rain?
In the pouring monsoon that we had yesterday. How you do that?
Sparkle probably.
No, if I put it down a little bit, I lock the window so he don't have no authority to jump out. Mm-hmm. And I forgot. If the windows are locked and you, as the driver, pull or presses all of them up, they're still not going to go up until you unlock the window. Mm-hmm. So I probably close all the rest of the windows and that one didn't go up. So that was my vehicle, and that's how the game is played.
Is it? Oh.
It was just soaking.
It
wasn't too crazy. It was just soaking.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Good morning, Brother Super Roy. How are you doing today?
Super Roy, we need some advertising dollars from you over here on Spark FM.
You're not going to work today. He can't sleep.
Where's Super Roy been? I feel like we didn't see Super Roy this summer.
No, not this summer here.
Yeah.
I think he abandoned Boston. He used to be here every week hanging out with us, and now he just abandoned us because he have Soca Ski Fest.
Because New York is lit. Over there. That's right.
Exactly.
He had to drive big truck down Miami.
And Atlanta and stuff. He's too busy for the little people there in Boston.
New York is ton up.
What did Schneider said? It's like Subway sandwiches. You have to get 9 subs you don't want just to get a free one you don't know. I see what you did there. And Larry Jordan did say that he is going to start selling soup next week.
Good.
So a nice corn soup, a nice chicken.
Split pea soup, Larry.
Larry, I don't know if he's even in here right now. Let me text him and ask him where the hell he is. But yes, we have lots and lots of stuff to cover today. It is F-Word Friday, so we're going to have a little good time. So make sure that you guys keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. Let's go.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
People Station. What is that? Spark FM. Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
I got a home and a dinner and you're all.
Wow.
I just wanted to get to the part that I know.
Yeah, wow.
This song always reminds me of when I was like 15 or 16. My favorite ex-boyfriend in the whole world, Rudy. He rapped this whole song to me, and it was so beautiful. It was.
That is so sweet.
And I love this song to that day because he's still my favorite ex-boyfriend. We and him dated.
That's why you with them till this day, boo, no frontin'.
From 13 to 15, and now we're still good friends.
Oh, Lord.
Love
so nice. I don't have no exes.
Oh.
All my exes are dead.
I don't got none.
Tristan. Goddamn.
I don't got none. I don't got not one ex.
Why not?
Nope. I got one significant other, and that's it.
They all died.
What happened to your other boyfriends?
I never had one.
Jesus, that's terrible.
Never had it. Nope.
That is terrible.
Not claiming not one damn motherfucker.
No. You gotta have a super awesome ex-boyfriend like Rudy. He's the one who showed me what men can do when they love you. They buy you sweatsuits and sneakers.
My ex-husband taught me all I needed to know about men. That's
it. Oh God, that sounds. You live a morbid ass life. Jeez.
No. Me and my ex-husband have a very, very good relationship. We have a very good relationship now.
You sound like a scorned woman.
We didn't do good in marriage, but we do very, very good now. My ex-husband, when I go out with him, I do not touch a door handle. It is ridiculous. I do not touch not one door handle. It's crazy. So, and I'm like, you know what? It's not so bad.
That's why I keep telling people don't be getting married.
Not so bad.
You could just be friends and co-parent nicely.
Seriously.
Y'all don't have to get married.
Marriage messes up friendships. It's really awful.
That's why I don't like that word,
What?
marriage.
I like it, but it does mess up. A lot of people, not mess up. I shouldn't say that. I think that a lot of people are better off as friends than they are married. I think that I know a lot of couples who have been together for a long time and then get married, and things aren't the same, or they get married, things end quickly, and then they end up being really, really good friends. So I like that.
I like that. Tell us about your marriage stories. If you have one that is successful, if you have
I
one
got
that is
taco
not so
socks.
successful. Oh, that's nice.
that's nice.
You gave them to my son. He loves tacos.
No.
Okay. It's so funny. We were talking about, I did a workshop yesterday for E4All, just kind of talking about the business. And the lady in there was like, she learned how to pivot. And she said, you know, what's popping right now, what's real hot right now in the streets is socks.
Yeah.
Everybody's wearing socks. And you know, it's the men that's wearing the joggers with the cute sneakers. It's the girls that are in the gym or walking around with their little jeans a little turned up and stuff like that. Socks is inside.
Yeah.
Socks is in. Y'all got to get some socks in
I
your
love
lives.
socks. I collect a lot of socks. I got a lot of socks, and I
I
like
don't
socks.
collect them. I think I just buy them, and because I never find them again to call it a collection.
Because the dryer eats them.
In the face, because
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh gosh, that's so crazy.
All right, let's get into the show, people. Today is November the 22nd. The 22nd of November.
The last day of Scorpio.
No, it's the
season.
first day of Sagittarius.
Already?
Yesterday was the last day of Scorpio. Today is the first day of Sagittarius. 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 It's going to be cloudy with showers today. High in the 53 degrees. Winds in the south-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 80% today. It's not raining right now, so y'all got to go walk your dogs, go to the store, do what you got to do, because after that, let me tell you one thing that I don't think I'm a surviving. It is the walking in the cold plus rain. Those are the days that are awful. And Larry, you didn't tell me about that, and you should be punished. Should be punished.
Barry
That's-
said, I'm
you know.
Bayesian. I like being barefoot.
Me too. I love being barefoot too.
It is
My
good. It
dog-
connects you with the land.
The dog that I had, I got for my birthday, right? And it made it to Thanksgiving, and right after Thanksgiving, it had to go away because it was cold.
Oh, yes. Remember last year?
It was, no, it was like 3 years
Lasted
ago.
5 days.
3 years ago. It had to go because it was cold, and it was like, who gonna walk it? Who gonna take it outside? What? They got to go.
What I'm supposed to do with it?
Somebody got to come do something with this because it ain't gonna be me. So
Cannot do it.
Yeah.
No, and that's how I've been really feeling these days. It's been, it's been a little problem. It's been a little problem. Take that down, boy.
what?
Not you, Gary.
Well, obviously, I'm
Tony,
not
can you
a
send me
boy.
the stories, please?
Hi, girl.
All right. Let's get into the Round the Way news.
Yes.
Round the way news. Let's see what's going on. Today is Friday. There are no showers. Did we already do that? We did all of that already. High winds, 53 degrees, and the south-southeast, 10 to 20 miles per hour. There is an 80% chance of rain today. Did she already say that? She said
Yes,
that.
I did that.
All right. Up security at Boston School after students inappropriately touched by a weird man, police
What?
say. There will be an increased security presence at a school in Boston as police search for a man accused of inappropriately touching
What
students.
school is it?
On campus, a Boston Public Schools person said a suspicious individual recently touched a few students
Oh, a few.
as they traveled between the buildings at the Snowden International School at 150 Newberry Street.
I was going to say that's downtown.
Yeah, that's up right. I didn't realize it was right on Newberry Street. Wow. Officers responding to the school around 11:30 a.m. on Thursday learned a black man wearing a black North Face jacket,
damn.
a black hoodie, blue jeans, and black Air Force One sneakers, them the fighting sneakers, had been talking with students as they exited and entered a building on campus, according to a Boston police report. The students told officers that they spotted the man hanging around the school area in the past, approaching students and asking for phone numbers, police said. One student alleged that the man touched his chest and asked, "Yo, bro, do you work out?"
The hell?
Another student told police that he started texting with the man but blocked his number when the suspect began acting weird. Why you start texting with him in the first place?
Why you get the man number?
Why you get the man number and give him yours? I don't understand. Snowden officials are working closely with police to identify the suspect, and Boston Public Schools Safety Services will have an increased presence at the school over the coming days. We all are also encouraging families to remind students about the importance of being aware of their surroundings and reporting any behavior school. And said security of our students and staff is our highest priority. An investigation is ongoing.
The high school and inappropriately touched a student. Officers were first called to the Snowden International School on Newberry Street yesterday morning. Police say the man approached the student as they walked between classes. Students said they recognized him because he hung around the school several times before and touched a student on his chest and asked him if he worked out. Boston Public Schools say they're increasing security around campus over the next few days while police search for that suspect.
Yo, bro, you work out? That's so weird. That is definitely what you would say is weird, right?
Yeah, because it's a stranger and you touch my chest and say, "Do you work out?" That sounds like sexual.
And why is he just hanging on the campus that long, all day like that? You guys seen him before? He don't go to the school. He just be hanging on the campus.
And that's the problem. People need to go in their house.
Yeah.
Yo, bro. Lift
bro.
weights and let me touch your pectorals.
Crazy. Kids are stupid even at the accelerated school. They need continual protection. They really are, though. I just really did. Angela Cologne said, not the black Air Force Ones. That's right. That's when you should have known that he was weird. Those are the fighting sneakers. That's what I heard. That's their reputation.
Thugs.
More than 100 communities comply with the new housing law
What is that?
within Massachusetts. So Millis, Kingston, Ashland, Fitchburg, and Lawrence are the latest towns to approve zoning changes. Adoption of a state-imposed zoning reform in communities with or near the MBTA service has crossed the century mark, according to the local housing nonprofit. Citizens Housing and Planning Association on Wednesday celebrated the milestone that more than 100 cities and towns have approved local zoning changes that comply with the MBTA Communities Act. What does this mean? An official at the group said the 100th community's successful zoning vote came on Tuesday when Millis, Kingston, Ashland, Fitchburg, and Lawrence each approved plans. Bellingham followed suit on Wednesday, and Chapa now counts 103 cities and towns with zoning plans designed to comply with the law. The law mandates multifamily zoning by right in 177 communities with or adjacent to MBTA service. Communities that fail to comply can lose eligibility for state grant programs. What is it? Tell me what it is.
So we were talking about how like some of these the new housing that they're putting up have to be close to the MBTA
Okay.
stations. I think that's what it is.
Oh, okay. Deadlines to comply, but why? Why do they have to be?
Accessibility.
Oh,
Remember
okay.
the state was also trying to implement the new housing and stuff too. So I think that's a part of it. All the housing needed to be around all these new all the MBTA lines and stuff like that.
Okay. So it says communities across Massachusetts are overwhelmingly embracing the MBTA Communities Act. They understand that every municipality has a collective responsibility to ensure we are a part of fostering a healthy and vibrant Commonwealth. Massachusetts needs more homes that families, older adults, and the local workforce can afford, and these MBTA communities are doing their part by allowing the creation of more of these types of homes. Cities and towns moving to comply with the law far outnumber those fighting against it, but the mandatory zoning changes designed to spur housing production have still generated significant pushback in communities that favor local control over zoning matters. Some communities are awaiting the Supreme Judicial Court's ruling in a lawsuit over Milton's noncompliance. Oh, remember that building that they were building up there in Milton, whatever. They said they couldn't build it because it wasn't close enough to the T?
Yeah. No, it was close enough to the T, but they was like, so what? Or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Like, we not in compliance with that.
I think they did end up building it though.
They did build it. It's big up there. Speaking of that, with the MBTA and compliance, Boston and the MBTA have unveiled their new traffic plan for the Blue Hill Avenue. And in my mail yesterday, I received a mailer.
Okay.
Blue Hill Ave Transportation Action Plan for the fall of 2024 update. This is the draft
There's a very nice website for it too, as well.
There's a website for this, and yesterday, or when I went into the pizza shop, there is a website that has been formed to counteract the plans for Blue Hill Ave.
Really?
It's a what's this called?
QR code.
There's a QR code that you can scan. You can go into a group. I tried to scan it, but I didn't. You can go into a group to counteract this Blue Hill Ave plan that's going on.
I have seen this plan. I went over this with my neighbor over the weekend, and I will say I think I'm actually for this.
I don't think I am. I had to go downtown yesterday. I dropped Sauce here to the station, and I had to go downtown. It took me. I dropped you off at like 8:48, maybe, or 8:40. At 9:08, I still hadn't reached down there yet because of the traffic on Blue Hill Ave. I don't think that it's going to be any better by having the T. You know why? Because if I was on the T, I would be later than me driving downtown. So I don't think that it's going to be any better. But there is a video if you wanted to play that. It's the last story in the local news.
Here goes the clipiando.
And it is a significant overhaul of this very busy stretch. WBZ's Lisa Hughes joins us in studio now. And Lisa, the city is trying to make more space for buses and bikes.
That's right. Courtney and David, the route from Grove Hall and Dorchester to Mattapan Square sees a lot of traffic. And the city believes this new plan would cut delays for commuters by opening a center bus lane and bike lanes on both sides. But the Blue Hill Ave makeover is a source of stress for some drivers. They say fewer parking options and less driving space for cars would back up traffic even more. So we have a couple competing arguments here. Right now, the city says 40,000 people use bus stops along that route every weekday. And if you add it all up, riders who get on or off Blue Hill Avenue lose a collective 3,000 hours a day. Commuters we spoke with have mixed reactions to the city's latest solution.
You can't say that. Press pause.
I think it would be.
That don't make no sense. Collectively lose 3,000 hours a day. Collectively, that doesn't make any sense. Why would it be collectively?
Right.
Why would it be collectively totaling the amount of time that everybody rides the bus is losing and put them together for a talking point? That sounds stupid.
It does. It does.
Better for
Wait, it's not even $300,000, 300,000 things in a day.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
You know,
It's not 300,
on the road.
3,000
Some
hours in a
people
day.
be double parked. So I mean, if it's out of bike lane, it's gonna make it worse. It's gonna be basically it's gonna be more traffic. I'll probably take that bus and just park my car.
No,
The new
don't
design
say
has
that.
more than 2 miles of protected bike lanes, 14 crosswalks, and at least 9 bus stops. Boston and the MBTA have been working on a plan for Blue Hill Ave for 5 years, and it's still a work in progress. If you have input, there are a couple of opportunities to share that. There are open houses at the Boston Public Library tonight at 7:30, until 7:30 rather.
Well, that was last night.
So Tuesday, so where are we? What's today? The 22nd?
Today's Friday.
So there was one last night. The next one is going to be Wednesday, December 4th from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Josh Kraft Mattapan Teen Center, Boys and Girls Club. That's 10 Hazelton Street. So that's coming up this Wednesday at 5:30, where you can go and voice your opinions and learn more about it.
There's a lot of people asking questions here. There is a website. Please go on the website and look at the website.
Yeah.
And sign up. Sign up for the website so that you can get the
newsletter.
the newsletter.
They have been putting out a lot of information on this. We really have no reason to say that we haven't seen anything.
Right. I think that the issue here is just that I think that, like they said, the Boston and the MBTA. But Boston is by far a driving city. A lot of people drive here.
Yeah.
So that for them to just be making considerations for people who are commuters via the T, I think is just you're missing out on a larger group of people, and I think that is the part that's bothersome
So,
to
Tristan,
me.
why did you say that you were for it?
I've been through the plan, and it actually makes sense to me. Right now, we have the center laying nothing. It doesn't really do anything. So the fact that they just want to take it out and put the buses in the middle of it, I kind of get it. Some of it, each block is going to change. Each block, because we know Blue Hill Ave changes. It's a whole bunch of different sizes from Mattapan Square all the way down to the beginning of Blue Hill Ave in Roxbury. It varies by different sizes. So each block is going to be different. But I did see a lot of changes. Some of them I did like. Some of them I don't really care for. But for the majority of it, after reviewing it over the weekend, I was actually saying, okay.
I'm not mad that you're saying that because when it's explained, like when people are sitting explaining it to me, it do make sense.
Yeah.
I get what they're trying to do. I think that what happens for me is that I hear why it makes sense for the pedestrians and the commuters, but nobody ever really talks about what it will do for the actual traffic city, and that's what I'm worried about. I don't really feel like the majority of people will be like that man who's like, I'm just gonna park because they see the difference. I don't really understand how come it could be a comprehensive plan for everybody to win except for the people who purchase motor vehicles because it's their right and want to drive those motor vehicles and not be stuck with 350,000 hours a day collectively.
Yeah.
You know, so what's that number?
Yeah.
How collectively, how many hours do the drivers miss? And maybe that sounds selfish because there's clearly more pedestrians than there are drivers, but then it shouldn't be so hard. I don't know. I guess I don't know if there's anything that we can. Oh, what's that, Tristan?
I'm trying to see if I can show you guys what I was watching. They have it done by block for block, how each block is going to be changed.
But they have it done, but have they had all those meetings for the block by blocks already?
I think so. That's why were able to do what they did.
No, they didn't. We didn't get anything here about the block by block. You got something?
No, I mean that they did their research to figure out.
No. They can't do no research. I don't care what research they do. If you don't live here and if you do not exercise and if you're not active on the routes that you are researching, then I don't think that research does anything at all for you because you're not connecting with the community. How does research connect with the community?
I don't work for them.
I know. I'm not saying that you do. I'm just saying that if what you're saying is true and they've done their research also should include making sure that you communicate with the people who are living on that route.
Yeah.
Any research other than that is not research at all. That's AI.
Yeah.
There's robots that could do jobs better. That don't mean that you researching what's wrong with humanity. That's crazy. But I don't know if those meetings went by already, but we'll try to figure it out.
Yeah, well, we're going to keep you guys updated on what's going on here because obviously we're vested. We're located here. We're located on Blue Hill Ave. I live on Blue Hill Ave. So we are going to keep you guys up to date. La Femme says they put bus lanes near parking spaces and they have to share in some areas, like the bus lane that has 100 feet, then pull off because cars are parked there because there's houses nearby. What else? These designs are not made for you, says Zion Lance. And Zion Lance also says they're expecting you to drive out with the cost of living here. They're expecting to drive you out with the cost of living here. And I think I agree with that. Even Schneider says, even with the dedicated lines, the bus still has traffic lights, so there will still be congestion. The only solution would be a grade separated track. And I agree. Make a whole nother street.
Put an MBTA?
Yes.
I mean, that.
Put it all on one side.
Yeah.
Put it all on one side of the street.
This is interesting.
And leave the other side for the drivers.
That is interesting.
Right.
A lot of people said that the traffic and stuff on Blue Hill could have probably been solved by just fixing the double parking situation that is happening all the time on Blue Hill.
But they got rid of that on the plans. I'm trying to see where the plans are. But there's plans online that have the old side, and then when you scroll it's the new side on top of it. So you can kind of like literally you see the difference in real time that what actually what they're doing, and they're getting rid of the double parking in Mattapan Square there from in Mattapan right here.
Yeah.
From Baird Street to the police station.
Okay.
That parking right now is kind of like an inconvenience. A lot of people they double park there. So
they're
turning the parking into how it is like Mattapan Square.
Yeah.
How the parking like is that diagonal.
Oh, they're gonna keep that.
They're turning that parking into that over there. Right now the parking isn't really like people park however they want to park there. So there's a couple. Each block is different.
I would have to see it too then because from what I've been seeing, like this is the image that I've been seeing, and this image doesn't bring me much comfort
they have
at
that,
all.
but they have the whole thing from Mattapan Square going all the way, I think, until Stashes. They have the.
You said that
for
this is
I mean,
confirmed
they're
already,
going
or
to
is there room to? You said
No,
this fight.
they're just showing these. They're just showing these previews online.
Yeah.
I don't think they confirmed yet.
Malika says drivers should get a tax credit with insurance, taxes, and all if we are not the focus, and I agree with that. The Fairmont commuter rail runs parallel to Blue Hill Ave, less than 2 blocks away. Make it more frequent and cheaper between South Station and Reedville. That's also a very, very good suggestion. Thank you, Schneider, for that. You guys, we'll keep you on because I don't see it yet, but maybe if I did see the thing that Tristan is talking about, I could have a better visual of how it would look and how it would taking away parking, although we do have parking at my building, but it's taking away parking spaces, and it's taking away just from like the overall flow of traffic in front of my house, right? And now it's like the ambulances and stuff is gonna be stuck in front of my house for a little bit longer, making all that noise, flashing all that lights, and I'm not happy about that. But anyhow, what's the next? What we got? What's going on here?
Protecting child rapists. Elon Musk blasts sanctuary cities after ICE migrant arrest in Massachusetts. Billionaire Elon Musk is calling out sanctuary cities for protecting child rapists after federal immigration authorities announced the Massachusetts arrest of 3 undocumented migrants who were either convicted or charged with sex crimes against children. Why are sanctuary cities protecting child rapists? Unconscionable. Musk said in a post on his social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, on Wednesday, in commenting on the arrest in Massachusetts, any politician who does so should be recalled immediately. Yet your president,
say the words.
Yet your bestie president, your co-president, now the co-president of America.
That's what Whoopi Goldberg said that yesterday, and I was like, that's so interesting.
Agree.
She said,
the vice president
because he's not American born.
Oh, and that's the only
South
reason.
African.
So
That's the
there
only
he
thing.
is a co-president.
Yep.
But yes, Donald Trump appointed Matt Gaetz, who has an open sexual assault case against a minor.
He's one of the many people that he appointed.
One of the many that have
sexual assault cases.
Exactly.
pending.
But Elon Musk wants to draw the line on 3 immigrants over the 15,000 that they say that came here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
What is the question that you have?
I don't even have a question.
Oh.
I just wanted to draw an insanely ridiculous parallel to what we are doing here in America. And I'm so very disappointed in America and the people that are still supporting this BS is crazy to me. I'm tired of regular politicians. We want all the regular politicians out of there. Put people that are good with business. This is what the people are saying on the Instagram.
Yeah.
They don't want experience and people who know how to do this. And for some reason, I get it. I get what they're saying. This is not the alternative to those. I feel like that's not the alternative. Like, we don't want normal whitewashed politicians. Yeah, we don't want that. But we also don't want, we'll go back to that. We also don't want random felons, criminals, pedophiles, and perverts to run the country either.
Right. And so, like in that, this is national news, of course, but big national news. Matt Gaetz yesterday withdrew from his nomination to be the attorney general, which is absolutely
Because
crazy
he
that
doesn't want to cause any distraction.
Right. And that's what that is. But I asked yesterday, is this a little kind of win? Is that something that we should feel good about? Like, is it something that makes us feel a little bit good?
I mean, at least we won't have anybody that's being convicted of human trafficking.
Well, no. We still have other people who are facing charges and have investigations about them who
Even
have
the
been nominated.
Even the
McMahon woman as well.
Yep.
Also, what came out yesterday? Oh, we're getting into national news, but yesterday about her, since you brought her up, they said that she was qualified because she had a degree in education. They found out yesterday that she actually does not have a degree in education. Her degree is in French.
French what?
French language.
French baguettes?
French language.
To make a nice bread and now she's gonna lead the department.
She can't
of
make a nice bread. She might voulez-vous français.
Oh.
But that's it. She doesn't have a degree that supports her being the education secretary.
And she was only a leader in a small town or something like that in education for 9 months.
For 9 months, she quit because they found out that her degree was not in education.
She quit being a dad.
Yeah.
Because she didn't have no education, no experience.
Yeah.
But then Trump goes and appoints her to be the leader for the United States of the educational department for USA.
It's so funny when they were talking about her, because I get my news from The View now. So when they were talking about her on The View, they were like, Linda McMahon, I guess is her name, and they were showing like her when she was like participating in things from the WWE. So when like somebody slammed her and somebody slapped her, no, she slapped somebody like the rest. I didn't have to pick that clip. But anyhow.
Caller, you're live. Right.
America's wild, and it really is. I don't think that I was ever could say that I was proud to be an American, because I denounce being American all the time, but definitely not now. I do not want to be associated with being an American.
I mean, there's Americans and like there's N-words and then there's N-words, and I feel like you could be American but you can't be American or something. There's got to be another parallel that can be drawn there. There's hard ERs and then there's A's.
Yeah.
There's a part of America that's a hard ER, and that's the Republican situation that we're going through right now.
Yeah.
And then there's just the regular N-words that are just around here. And I feel like that's we got to distinguish who's American and who's American.
Yeah, it's so funny though, because I think that all of these Republicans who have been nominated for these positions are the new ERs. Hard ERs.
Caller, you're live.
I just have a question.
Yes.
So
Turn down your radio, honey.
Donald Trump did go to college. I had to do some research on him the other day. I think he went to like ITT Tech or something like that. Yes, DeVry.
So my question is, do any of these people that he's electing have really any education with their job titles going on?
No.
And why are they being elected to be put in this position?
They're TV stars, and he wants a cabinet that is full of TV stars that are people who are popular but not qualified.
What do you call them?
So this is like Shark Tank.
Oh, he called them
in the White House.
what do they call it?
Some kind of characters.
No.
Cabinet characters.
Head
something
or
like
something like something. No.
I don't know.
Cabinet characters.
Headshot or something like that.
Yeah,
it's a headshot, like a honcho or something. Like he's calling them.
Oh, good casting.
Yeah,
casting
Good
couch or something
Yeah.
like cabinet casting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that's what it is.
Donald Trump went to Fordham University.
Yes, Donald Trump enrolled at Fordham University. 2 years later, he transferred to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, graduating in 1968 with
Central casting.
Central casting, yes.
Yes.
With a Bachelor of Science in Economics.
And you know what's so crazy? Remember, the Wharton School was very famously not in support of Donald Trump at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, during the debate, the Wharton School had like predicted that Kamala Harris would win, should win, and that Donald Trump definitely did not. They were very, very against him during that debate season. Yeah, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. It's just so not serious.
It's absolutely intensely not serious.
It's an episode of the whatever. What was the name of his show? What was the name of his
Apprentice.
show? You're fired. Yeah, that's what it is.
You're fired.
There's a movie called The Apprentice too. Has anybody seen it out there?
I did. You know what I started watching? I didn't watch it. I did see it though, but it's not about that, right?
No.
It's not about
It's no. It's a nice movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a completely different
With a girl who's an apprentice.
Oh,
Yes.
no. There's a movie based on him called The Apprentice.
Oh, really?
really?
Yeah.
This is what he's doing. This movie that we're living in right now
Yeah.
is based on him, and it's called The Apprentice as well.
Yes, it is.
It's a reality show.
The Ass Apprentice.
President Biden welcomes the 2024 NBA champion Boston Celtics. Go Boston, go Celtics. And they went to the White House yesterday, took a couple of pictures, and it looked fun. Mayor Michelle Wu was there, and Governor Moore.
The governor, what's his name? Ed Markey was there. There was Ayanna Pressley. There were a few representative fans that were there. They presented.
I gotta run for office.
They presented President Biden with a Celtics jersey with the number 46 on it.
45 is Donald Trump.
Oh God, with the number 46 on it, and they gave him a basketball. He took some pictures, had some great opportunities. Joe Biden.
I don't think.
Joe.
Do you think that they would have won if what's his name? Trump was in the White House? I don't think they would.
If they had went, I don't think so.
I don't think they would have gone.
I hope that they wouldn't have gone. There's
I
way
would
too many
hope
black
they
people
would.
on there right now and
Yeah.
winning and stuff like that. Maybe they would have politely declined and said that they had to wash their hair. Or
Yeah, but then
something like
what if the team wanted them to go and it's unsportsmanlike conduct if they did not go?
Well, some of the team could go.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried to do that before but
Who was it? What team was it that decided not to go?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
Oh, I think it was the Golden Nuggets when they won. I think they chose. Did they? Oh, I don't know. Anyways, Massachusetts State Police arrested 2 women Friday morning and was searching for a third, who together are allegedly responsible for the neglect and death of an elderly woman. Authorities said all 3 women participated in a scheme to steal from the Medicare program. Eva Fontes Cardoso, 53, Lisa Hamilton, 64, were arrested Friday morning. Police are currently looking for Kayla Cardoso, who is 31. The charges
sound so familiar.
I know. The charges stem from a lengthy investigation by Massachusetts State Police troopers assigned to the Plymouth County District Attorney's Office and Attorney General's Office into the May 2023 death of 79-year-old Denora Cardosa in Brockton. Was they auntie?
I think they.
Eva Fontes Cardosa and Hamilton are scheduled to be arraigned on Friday. How did they kill her? What did they do?
They neglected her. I think they didn't. They
just never taken care of her. Left her there to die.
Yeah.
It's probably their auntie. They TT Eva. That's crazy. That is. You guys can't do that. You got to take care. The olds are just like babies.
The olds.
You got to take care of the olds. Man allegedly attacked transgender woman on MBTA train, shouting, "You're not a woman, you're a man.
You is a boy.
You is a boy." It's not funny.
It's not. I'm not laughing at that.
We laughing at
you as a boy.
Our funniest thing. A judge deemed a Boston man dangerous after he allegedly assaulted a transgender woman on the MBTA train on Halloween. 53-year-old Gregory Burnett was charged with assault and battery causing serious bodily injury, assault with battery with a dangerous weapon, a shod foot, and a civil rights violation with injury. That's going to be thrown out soon, because they're going to get rid of all the transgender rights very, very soon. So y'all got to be careful. According to Suffolk County District Attorney Kevin Hayden, on November 1st, transit police met with the 41-year-old victim, who told them that she was assaulted by another passenger on the Maverick station the previous night. The victim says that she was on a Blue Line train, which was stopped with the doors open when Burnett boarded the train and immediately confronted her, shouting derogatory terms at her. According to authorities, the victim claimed Burnett made statements such as, "You're a woman, you're not a woman, you're a man," and then began punching and kicking her. The victim also reportedly being kicked in the crotch area.
Oh my God.
That's fucked up. Burnett then allegedly grabbed the victim's foot as she attempted to defend herself, causing her to fall to the ground and fracturing her wrists. Officials say other passengers then intervened and helped the victim fight off Burnett, removing him from the train. The victim told police she felt targeted due to her gender identity based on Burnett's remarks during the attack. After reviewing surveillance video and speaking with witnesses, Burnett was identified as the suspect by transit police. He was subsequently arrested on November 12th at the Maverick station.
So you mean that there's people out there who just be attacking people for no reason, but people who should be attacked ain't been attacked yet?
Boy, ain't it crazy?
It is crazy.
Ain't it crazy? This lady on the train minding her own goddamn business. Some random comes on the train and literally starts harassing her and whoops her behind, and what? I mean, at least this psychopath got arrested, and he has to have an ankle monitor on him for his employment. He's due back in court on January 21st for a probable cause hearing, and I hope they put him right back into jail and whoop his behind.
Yeah, I do too. Speaking of that, like, I guess we're going to be interweaving national news with this. So you know that the first transgender person was elected into Congress during the elections a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And right after after that, there is a congresswoman who Republicans' effort to block first transgender House member from using women's bathrooms brings campaign issue to the Capitol. So, like the very next week, one woman who from the Republicans made a move that she does not want the transgender person that was just elected to be able to use the bathrooms.
So they want the transgender woman to go into the men's bathroom then do what?
This is their agenda, right? They want to get rid of transgender rights, like you were saying just now. And so this is what she did the very next week to this woman. That's just so
You don't want to mind your damn business. You don't want to go bake some cookies. You think that you're going to sit down and chat GPT how to write a bill on preventing this transgender woman.
Yep. Bullying and attacking almost immediately of this transgender woman.
You know what? I think that what's her name? The transgender lady. I hope that she got elected, understanding that her fight is so real.
Yeah, it's Sarah. Her name is Sarah McBride.
The
woman that is the woman who says she has vowed to stand in the way of Sarah McBride, the first transgender woman elected using women's bathrooms in the U.S. Capitol. Her name is Nancy Mace. She's a Republican representative, Nancy Mace. Across the building, McBride was privately counseling her Democratic colleagues how to balance both pushing back on dehumanizing rhetoric while also staying on message. McBride, who came up with the Delaware legislature, assured Democrats that she has faced similar attacks before and was not going to let this define her. This is not her first rodeo. Democratic Rep. Becca Ballant said of McBride, "I'm so impressed by the way Rep. McBride is really helping to navigate this, because she said, if we let them, this entire Congress, all we'll talk about is bathrooms." It's so crazy. The stuff that's gonna be coming through the cracks. The foolishness that's gonna come out.
It is very scary, you know.
Yep.
It's very, very scary.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it one little bit.
Not at all.
Nearly 80 vehicles issued citation weeks after late night gathering in Jamaica Plain.
I thought you would say Japan.
In Japan, Boston police officers and their body cameras recorded approximately 80 reveler vehicles as the crowd began to disperse near Forest Hill Cemetery. Nearly 2 weeks after police responded to a late night party, the owners of about 80 cars that were gathered along a street in Jamaica Plain were issued violations.
Imagine that.
80 cars. Who was out there doing that?
They sent the citations 2 weeks after the incident. That's
remember
up.
you was out here 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
There you go. Earlier this month, Boston police responded to a report of an officer in trouble at 485 Canterbury Street in Boston, which abuts Forest Hills Cemetery. What's abuts?
It butts up against it.
No. When they respond, officers found an officer who was trapped inside his vehicle as people jumped and banged on his car. Police said.
Remember we talked about this. Yeah.
That's really crazy.
Yeah.
Officers and their body cameras recorded approximately 80 reveler vehicles as the crowd began to disperse. The night, the Boston police arrested 3 men and recovered 2 firearms and 2 stolen vehicles. Using the body camera footage, police said they issued 78 motor vehicle citations, one for every vehicle the responded officer recorded. The citation was a violation of no stopping, no standing. The late night reveler investigation is ongoing. I mean, that's how you got to be careful. You can't be getting caught up in where's this at?
By the Forest Hill Cemetery, right back there on like Morton Street area.
I'm showing you guys on the screen right there. So this is where they built the new.
This is not going so fast.
This is where Wendy's is over here, and this is that new building. That new building that's at that intersection.
Nice
so this is that street that goes down there. Right
Oh,
so it was back there.
Yep, and now they all
said
got,
we watched the film and
that
we
sounds
gonna
like
get you.
El Punto.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense to be around the cemetery. You're not disturbing anyone.
In the back there.
Yeah,
the neighbors are nice over there.
Yeah, the neighbors don't ever complain.
That's Jamaica playing.
Jamaica.
Boston reality TV, She Didn't Lie. Brockton grandmother accuses daughter of GoFundMe theft on national TV. Must be some court case that's on TV. We'll leave that one alone.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
it was.
what?
Do you remember the little boy that died from the asthma attack the day before he was about to start school in Brockton? No, he's so a little boy. And it was a lot. It was big news. That he had an asthma attack and ended up passing. His grandmother started a GoFundMe for him, and then she said that all of the money that she raised all of a sudden disappeared. So apparently she's an actress. And
grandmother?
The grandmother is an actress, yeah. And she accused the aunt of stealing all of this money. So she went on to some national TV show, and they I don't know the name of the TV show was in there.
The George Show?
No. It's some I don't know.
Episode of Caramo.
Caramo. And so this Caramo person, is Caramo? I think he's one of the guys that was
He's a black guy.
Queer Eye for the Straight guy, the black guy that was on. So he has a talk show, and so they went on to the talk show, and he mediated the conversation between them. And in the end, they found out that the aunt actually did not steal any of the money. They used it to get like a custom casket for the baby and all kinds of stuff like that. So it was just an interesting story.
So they were able to heal?
They were able to resolve, but I don't know if
Did they say
cool
thank
again.
you and sorry to accusing the aunt of doing that?
I don't know. I didn't get it. I don't know.
Oh, the GoFund money, which totaled $37,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So they used all that money to handle the final, which is a lot of money, isn't it?
It is a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But I heard that's how funerals cost.
Funeral?
Yeah, but I heard that funerals cost quite a little penny there.
Like $37,000.
Well, not 37, but a casket and stuff is like 10.
Oh,
like I think you're upwards of 10K when somebody dies.
Yeah, upwards of 10K, but not 37.
If I die, don't spend no more than 5,000.
Give me a box, bury me nice, write my name nice on the thing.
I heard my aunt say the other day, well, he could just bun me when I died. I don't care.
I want a nice funeral. I don't care necessarily how I'm buried. I don't need to have a fancy coffin to go be in the ground.
Yeah, I just want y'all to turn up. Make sure that you cuss anybody out that should not be there.
I want a nice funeral like my grandmother's funeral. That funeral was so
with a nice
good.
little rhythm section.
Yeah, it was such a nice funeral.
Have y'all ever been to a funeral and anybody's got kicked out the funeral?
Yes.
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 That's terrible.
Recently.
I went to my boy's funeral, and his brother kindly got up from the front of the funeral and came to the back of the funeral and kicked my boy's baby mother out and said, nah.
You gotta go. Yeah.
Yes, gotta go.
It wasn't the funeral, but it was the repast. Like somebody was trying to come in and the wife was like, yeah, no, I will whoop. It will go down today. And all her friends was ready too. Like, not today.
On site.
Not today.
On this site.
People do that. They know you ain't supposed to be there.
On the great
because they feel like everybody's mourning right now, so I could probably get a bly. No, you stay your ass home. You wasn't invited when they was alive.
Exactly.
You're not invited in their death. Because we don't want to see you regardless.
Absolutely not.
Don't pay no respect. Respect these.
Y'all already know who ain't allowed at my funeral. And if they come, I'ma haunt y'all for the rest of the
Ooh, you let that nigga in there. And that's the conclusion of the Around the Way news for today. When we come back, we'll get into a little scenarios, have some fun, and then we'll get back into the news and entertainment. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
What is this, Doctor?
This is
Well, Spark of New England. Spark FM.
Bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
Praise the Lord, City of Boston. This is Brother Chris right here on Spark FM.
Come on, sing it.
Bringing you Sunday morning worship each and every Sunday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Let's get our praise on.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey,
Remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Moonbox Productions is thrilled to present the Thanksgiving play. Isn't it time we rethink Thanksgiving? That's the question on the table when 4 politically correct performers try to create a new take on the traditional Thanksgiving holiday pageant. Rambunctious, wild, and fearless, the Thanksgiving play serves up history and humor with a steaming side dish of uniquely American hypocrisy. Opening on November 21st and running through December 15th at Arrow Street Arts in Cambridge. Tickets are $45 and are available at arrowstreetarts.org. Pay what you wish options are available at the box office.
Spark FM.
You don't make it ring, 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 ring. I can't keep this on the low.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
She right with me, me right with she. She might have a B, me have that type of G. She let come easy, get the money, please.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
Everybody shout. Everybody shout.
Spark FM.
Hello, and we are back. It's time to get into some advice. We need some advice here. I have one that is outside of what we normally do. Someone wrote in and had a little question, not necessarily a advice, but, just kind of wanted to put it out there. Here's a chance for you guys to call in and tell these people what they should do.
272-3387.
Yep. Didn't have not one other number in my head besides 617. I couldn't. I was like, what does it start with? 83? No, that's me. What the hell is the number? And you can just go ahead and jot your comments down in the comment section if you don't want to call in. It says, strayed from my marriage and I don't feel guilty. I never thought that I would be the type of person to cheat. I never condoned it, but these last 8 years of nearly sexless marriage has pushed me over the edge. I wanted to be an NSA as possible, so I hired an escort.
What's NSA?
I don't know.
Strings attached.
Oh. Okay. And so I hired an escort. Even though I had to pay her, it felt good to feel like someone wanted me and desired me. We talked for a bit and then had the most amazing, mind-blowing sex of my life. Nice. I had to pay her to let me pop twice because I knew it would be quick finish after not having sex for 9 months. I'm considering visiting her again. I don't feel guilty at all. What should I do?
Do about what?
Should he continue on that path? Should he do it again? What should he do?
It's so... Because I think that, a sexless marriage is an oxymoron. I think that's crazy. I mean, I know after a while you're not going to be getting it in all the time, but it's been 9 months since he's done anything with his wife. And I think that, there's just certain things that are duties that should be done as whoever, right?
And
if sex is the only thing that is lacking in his marriage, I think everything starts with a conversation. And so you have to have a conversation about these things. If these are your feelings and then you have these conversations, you let your wife know this is what's going on. This is how I'm feeling about whatever. And there's nothing done about it. Then, sometimes you got to outsource.
You said they were married for 8 years?
They've been married for 8 years, but the last 9 months he hasn't had sex at all.
Oh, the last 9 months.
It's been sporadic, I guess, like every 3-4 months or whatever. But for the last 9 months, he legit ain't been getting nan nookie.
Mm-hmm.
So he went and got his little check, cashed that, put a little to the side, and went and bought him some nooks. And now he's like, I want to see her again.
Just get out that marriage. I would.
That might be the end of the marriage.
Yeah. What is the point of being married? Like, I don't understand that. Like,
if you had to pay for tun, you had to go.
Yeah, like I just don't understand. Sexless marriage doesn't make any sense to me. Like you should not have that. And so if it is a thing and you have had communications about it and you're saying this is a thing for me, I'm not comfortable, this is not making me happy or whatever, and then nothing is resolved, then you gotta reevaluate the terms of your marriage. And
yeah.
And I mean,
Angela said 9 months is a long time. Hell, a week is a long.
Yeah, I mean, I do know that in sometimes depending on what's going on, you might go a couple months and stuff like that. But I just feel like the caption, one of the things that somebody said under the caption for this was if ladies would F their husband more, the sex worker game would have been long gone.
Is that and maybe so. I'm not disagreeing with that, but
that's not true.
You know, like what is marriage to people? You know what I mean? Like what people? I don't know what I'm saying.
guess I'm a little conservative because I do feel like if you get married, that there are certain duties that must be performed. Like sex is one of them. Like even if you don't necessarily, I'm not saying lay there and get, sexually assaulted by your husband. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. But just because you don't want to do it, and if there's no other reason other than you just don't want to, it's one of them things that you might just gotta lay there and let that man get what he need to get from you. And enjoy whatever you can enjoy at the time, or
and then,
watch a little TV off to the side, and I don't know.
And then in that, if it's to the point where you really just cannot do this with this person, then you need to reevaluate your marriage, and maybe you shouldn't be married to him. I think that having sex with your husband is one of the most basic things that you should do as a spouse. Is having sex with your spouse, and it should be that. Even if you are so much angry at this person for whatever the reason is, that you guys are able to resolve that. And if you cannot resolve it
before 3 months,
right? And if it's to the point where you cannot resolve it and you just absolutely cannot, you don't need to be married to that person.
Absolutely
That's
not.
ridiculous.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
Yeah. Just break up and find someone with a similar sex drive is what Larry says. And yeah, and I mean, and that's the simplest terms of that, but it's just leave it alone. Like if you can't do it, then you shouldn't do it and get away from that person.
Luanda says I agree. There are certain times in a marriage, but sometimes things change and you don't want it from him no more, and that's when you got to leave.
Yeah,
you got to leave if you don't ever even get a little moist thinking about your husband in any type of way, then you guys are in a business partnership, and either you let the legalities of that go so that you can explore your sexuality, or you gotta just suck it up and be like, I'm never gonna have sex again in my life, and I'm not gonna complain because cheating is crazy. So just let it go.
Let it go.
Y'all could even still live together. You're not having sex in the first place. It don't matter.
Said, just be partners, living in the same household, raising a child. But y'all get let it out. You got to let this person do what they need to do, because it's going to cause greater issues than just the sex.
Let's go down the rabbit hole of foolishness.
Right.
A mutual friend is dating a much older man in our neighborhood. He's not rich, but he's generous. He pays a few of her bills, and she said, in return, he only wants to hold hands and talk. I needed to get in on the action. I found his address and made a mistaken delivery when he opened the door. It's called a stalker, is what you are. I struck up a conversation. He gave me his number, and we continued to chat. Date night arrived when I would hold his hand and hit him up for money. He answered the door wearing a silk robe and cowboy boots.
Yes.
It was erect, y'all.
Yeah.
He undressed, and I had to remove his waist trainer and Depends. He took his
waist trainer. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, wow.
He took his joint pills and had to work it off. We had sex every which way. I had to claw my way out of his house. He didn't give me money because he didn't finish. I was furious. I was thinking about confronting my friend about lying. This man was definitely sexually active. She FaceTimed me and confessed, how was date night, Snake? He told me everything about you. I switched his vitamin with Viagra so you'd have a good time. Did you enjoy? What are my best revenge options? Keep in mind, I'm still sore and broke.
Go somewhere and sit in the corner and lick your wounds because that's what the F you get. Are you kidding me?
That old man wanted the sugar. He took all the sugar he could get.
Good for you.
With his little thang all good to go.
Good.
That's not a friend. She lost the man. She lost the old man. She lost her best friend.
And she still didn't get no money. And still didn't get no money. That's what you get.
Silk robe and cowboy boots. That man came to have some fun.
I picture that man. You know that man that be. You know that man
in the movies. Black man
on the TikToks. That want to be singing and all kind of stuff. That's exactly. Did a little nasty old man. That's exactly what she get. You go, girl. That's what you got. What you wanted. Actually, you didn't because you didn't even get no money. All you did was get jacked up by some old nasty man. Terrible.
I met Raul at Home Depot. He is a independent builder. I hired Raul and his years around home. I haven't dated anyone in 3 years, and this handsome man was in my home, and he was honest and kind. I seduced him. I didn't care what he had going on in his personal life. I wanted him. He wanted me back. Soon Raul made repairs and stayed overnight. Sex was great. Communication was poor because of the language issues. Apparently, I agreed to a foursome with Raul and his crew, and it was horrible. The fumbling, the smells, the language barrier, the various shapes and sizes. Someone kept biting my ass.
What is a foursome? How many is it? How many people is it?
3, a man and 1 woman.
Oh, wow.
I showered repeatedly to make it all go away. But now, instead of 1 man sleeping overnight, there are 3. I use my language app to ask them all to leave, and they do only to return a few hours later with beer and groceries.
That's right.
Raul made keys to my home. Police say it's a civil matter. I'm at my wit's end. Oh, boy. She's an Airbnb now.
The silence is deafening. She's an Airbnb bitch.
I mean, at least they bring
bitch.
At least they bring groceries and beer. That's a lot more than a lot of women can say that they ever received from men in their lives. It's groceries and beer. If I could at least have that, then what's wrong with Raul and the boys hanging out?
I mean, because then they want foursomes all the time. That's the problem. But let me tell you something. If they making baleadas and
she's a modern day Snow White. Just let it do what it do. You got Oompa loopity loops. There's 7 doors. She need 4. What she got? 3. She need 4 more.
And they coming. They coming. Don't worry.
Literally coming.
Ew.
I'm an illustrator. My wife is my literary agent. I worked hard to win a contract with the top publisher. I received an advance. I celebrated. I drank. I got nervous about failing. I cheated on my wife. I ignored my wife, and I avoided the publisher's calls. I missed the deadline, and I lost the job. Well, God, sir, what's the question?
What? That spiraled completely out of control.
The publisher wants the advance back. This was the gig that would have put me on the map, and I blew it. After I lost my job, my wife raged me. Do you know how many people I est and effed for you to get this opportunity, and you piss it away? My wife was several male clients. If she hoard for me, she's doing it for them too. I got a children's book gig. Her other clients get much bigger gigs. Why doesn't she work harder for me? I can't trust her loyalty to me or my career anymore. What to do?
He wants his wife to whore harder for him?
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, we were just talking about wifely duties.
Whore harder for me.
Why don't you whore as much for me as you do for your other clients?
But she did. She whored out for him and got him the sweetest deal of his life, and he pissed it away.
And he hoed up.
Yeah.
She's whoring and he's hoeing. They're unequally yoked.
They are. Laverne and I met at a bowling alley 4 years ago, and we wanted to get married there. My mom and sister told us they would handle everything. They'd rent the bowling alley, create a wedding menu, mail invites, etc. All Laverne and I had to do was choose our attire and buy the cake. We were so thrilled. 1 month before the big day, we applied for the marriage license. Laverne had been married 4 times.
Yeah.
She has secret grown kids that I thought were her nieces. My 33-year-old fiance is actually 52. She's had a
Black don't crack.
facelift. I didn't get the license. I told her we needed more time. Laverne fell apart and said she loved weddings. It's the marriage part that's hard to handle. But I will be her forever husband. So much has been invested in this quirky bowling alley wedding, but I don't know Laverne at all. I love her. Go for it or pass. I mean, you love Laverne. What does it matter that she's 52 and not 33?
Their whole marriage is based on untruths, though. But you're right. If you love her, I don't know. It's a bowling alley wedding.
I don't think it costs you guys that much. I think you could get the bowling alley, the back part of Boston Bowl, for like $900. I think it's maybe $500.
I don't think. I was gonna say I don't even think it's that.
I think
much.
it's $90 with food included and stuff like that. That's $1,000 wedding.
You get some little pizza and some chicken wings. You can get different flavored sauces.
I might actually go to Boston Bowl for lunch today because they got a nice lunch.
What do they have?
They have the chicken, what you just said, chicken wings and pizza, and you can get different sauces and a nice French fry.
I think there was a steak and cheese that somebody got there, and it wasn't that bad.
Speaking of steak and cheese, the steak and cheese we got from Joe's yesterday was bomb. Did you enjoy that?
I know.
Really?
Not that it was bad. I just,
I had such a great time with it. I was so happy to have that in my belly.
You and Sparkell?
Yes, Sparkell enjoyed it too. He loves the steak and cheese.
It was good. It was very good.
Maybe because you got too much bullshit on it.
I didn't eat a lot of it either because I wasn't that hungry. So I think that I probably would have enjoyed it more if I was more hungry. I don't think that you can go wrong with Joe's. I think Joe's is amazing. But yeah, these people with their bowling alley marriage, like, just go for it. But you might as well.
You might as well.
Might as well.
We're almost done with the foolishness, people. Just hold on.
And you can get pictures of beer. Yes, Catherine Ford, you can get pictures of beer for your wedding.
Oh, I was like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Who got a beer in a picture? Liz is my girlfriend, and we're traveling exotic dancers. Liz is the bait. I'm the hook. While on the road, we stay at cheap motels and lure men to our room.
Like Jay Leno?
Yes. Right. we would drug them and rob them, then on to the next town. We visited Liz's hometown that night, and a trick snapped and attacked me. He slashed my neck. I fainted. I woke up alone. I was bloody, but the cut wasn't deep. I cleaned myself up, covered my wound, and went to the ER. My phone and purse were gone, so I thought he robbed us and took Liz with him. I was worried sick. I walked to the police station to report the attack and launch an investigation into my missing girlfriend. Interesting, the cop said. Elizabeth was here earlier with her boyfriend to report you missing. She says she left the club with a customer and never returned. Welcome to Milwaukee. You've been backdoored. What does that mean?
They spun the block on her. They did it to her, what she was trying to do to them.
Oh, that's messed up. Mm-hmm. I wore a scarf and earned money to get back home. Liz's social media was filled with pics of her boyfriend, the man who attacked me, and fake pleas to find me. She was covering her tracks because she thought I was dead. She never loved me. I'm hurt and I don't know what to do. Oh boy, and here is it. You guys know what he's gonna ask. What is it?
She wants her back.
Yes.
And how can she get her back?
And she also wants to teach her a lesson.
What, you want her back to teach her a lesson? What do you want to do?
And the last one here, because we don't have anything to say there. A new casino popped up in our neighborhood, and my husband stays there gambling all night. I've tried to go with him, but he says I'm bad luck.
Yeah.
He's bringing money home, so I figured he's doing something right. All was well until I received a text from a neighbor. Isn't this Marquise? It was a still image of Marquise in a neighbor's yard stealing a dog. My husband isn't a lucky gambler. He kidnaps dogs, hides them at other women's houses, and then returns the dogs for the reward money.
Oh, nice.
Marquise says the other woman is just a friend. Neighbors have been leaving dog-ish on our cars and fear my husband is going to jail. We've argued about this, and he stopped coming home. I want my man back. I want my old life back.
I'm going to leave here.
I see how that's a sweet gig, though.
It is. It's quite clever.
Yeah.
Actually.
I can steal somebody's dog, hide them out for a day, return the dog, and get $500 to $1,000 per dog, especially if you go in the white neighborhoods.
Yes, Hemper says that's genius, and I agree.
That's
quite genius.
Yeah, that is. It's diabolical.
However,
but
the things about these scenarios is that, like, why y'all always want these people back?
Yeah.
What is so good about
Maybe
these people that you want them back.
Maybe it's something they feel they need to say at the end. Maybe it's like when you read a fortune cookie, you say in bed. So maybe after these foolishnesses, then you have to say, and I want them back. Because I don't understand why you would want somebody back that robbed you and slit your throat.
Is the dating pool that bad? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do people go to get dates? Where do
when
people gotta go?
When people get engaged, I'd be amazed. Like, how you get all that way? How you make it that far? That's so crazy to me. Like, really? Y'all want to get married?
Yeah.
Like you made it that far? That's crazy. But yeah, it's awful. Stay single, y'all. Stay single.
Yeah, stay single.
I'm just waiting for Schneider to decide that he wants me so that me and him can be together. That's it.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be back. We'll intertwine the entertainment and the national news. I think we got most through the national news already.
Yeah.
But we're getting to the entertainment and whatever else we find. Keep it locked right here. Tell a friend to tune in. Saucy and Friends.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 45 minutes. Somebody open the window.
You are enjoying the miracle of radio.
Radio. New England's #1 urban Caribbean music.
Radio.
Spark FM.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time home buyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Moonbox Productions is thrilled to present the Thanksgiving play. Isn't it time we rethink Thanksgiving? That's the question on the table when 4 politically correct performers try to create a new take on the traditional Thanksgiving holiday pageant. Rambunctious, wild, and fearless, the Thanksgiving play serves up history and humor with a steaming side dish of uniquely American hypocrisy. Opening on November 21st and running through December 15th at Arrow Street Arts in Cambridge. Tickets are $45 and are available at arrowstreetarts.org. Pay what you wish options are available at the box office.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Spark FM.
Wheezy boy, make me dance. Daddy, oh, make me dance.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM. Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
Tell me how you want it, yeah. Call me and I'm over it.
Spark FM.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has no.
today. And then today. Who me? Who wah? But I do. But I ra. But I ding. Who am I? Who am I?
With steam.
Who is my? I'm young brother.
You are young brother.
I'm young brother.
You are baby brother.
I like him. I can't wait till he get his
fun.
papers. Boy, that's gonna be a fun time.
That's all right. We'll see him in Trinidad.
Oh,
man.
yes.
You think you're gonna see him in Trinidad? He don't be nowhere.
He don't be out either.
He don't be out in Trinidad.
I like. See, that's my kind of guy.
I thought I was gonna see him for the carnival season. I didn't see that man.
What do you only see him on the internet?
The whole 17 days I was there.
That's
you was
funny.
there 17 days?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
You lived in Trinidad
for a month.
I wasn't really living in Trinidad though. I would love to live in Trinidad.
Really?
What? Oh my goodness. It's just love it.
Interessante.
Mm.
Bill Gates. Bill Gates. Not that. No, not him. Not that Gates. Matt Gates. Gates withdraws from Attorney General consideration after Trump told him he didn't have the votes in the Senate. Wow. When Vice President-elect J.D. Vance and Matt Gaetz left the Capitol room where they'd spent Wednesday trying to convince GOP senators to confirm the former Florida congressman as Attorney General, Vance told reporters those meetings went great. But on Thursday morning, President-elect Donald Trump called Gaetz with bad news. He did not have the votes in the Senate to win confirmation, Trump told Gaetz, according to a source with direct knowledge of the call. The president-elect didn't tell Gaetz to drop out. His source said he didn't have to. Early Thursday afternoon, Gaetz, who quit his seat in the House the day Trump announced he'd select him to helm the Justice Department, wrote on social media that he was withdrawing and that his nomination was unfairly becoming a distraction. There was no time to waste on a needlessly protracted yes, Washington scuffle. Thus, I'll be withdrawing my name from consideration to serve as Attorney General. Trump's DOJ must be in place and ready on day one, Gaetz wrote. By the end of the day, Trump had announced a new pick for Attorney General.
Ooh.
Pam Bondi.
Who the hell is she?
The former Attorney General of
there
Florida.
were a lot of Republican senators who are concerned about defying Donald Trump, but just really could not get themselves to supporting Matt Gaetz's nomination, not just because of the allegations in the House Ethics Committee report, some of which have been leaked to the press, but just about his style, the way he's battled with Republicans and Democrats alike. There are concerns about whether he can actually do this job, and just there's this real belief among many Republicans that I spoke to that even if they went through this process, they'd be expending so much political capital to get him across the finish line, and that may not have been, they still might not be enough to vote yes on this confirmation that ultimately would go down. That made it so complicated to see how he could ultimately get through. It is still going to catch a lot of people by surprise because Gaetz was on Capitol Hill all day yesterday, meeting with senators, trying to urge them to keep an open mind through this confirmation process. They successfully delayed that House Ethics Committee report. It'll be an interesting decision now whether that House Ethics Committee report could still see the light of day, even though Matt Gaetz has resigned from Congress. That committee is still planning to meet in early December to decide how to proceed. And one other thing, Dana, Matt Gaetz resigned from his House seat in this Congress. He said in that letter to the House that he would not serve in the next Congress, although he was just reelected to that seat for the next Congress. Does he change his mind and decide to stay in his seat over the next 2 years? That's a question I just put out to Mr. Gaetz.
He's out, right? Like he quit, so he's not in there anymore. He has no job in Senate or whatever. Could he?
What is it called? The
House Congress.
No, what are you calling it? The
casting cabinet.
Central casting.
Central casting. Yes. Which so like I said, like I was wondering, is that a win? Is this a yeah. Who is this Bondi woman?
I don't know
the Bondi woman.
Al Bundy wife Pam? Shut up. That Pastor Troy. I can't believe I read that. So yeah, this Bondi woman has now been selected. You know who has not been selected for a cabinet seat? Tim Scott.
And
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tim Scott, Byron Donaldson, Herschel Walker, Candace Owen.
Walker. What could Herschel Walker possibly be? Chief Secretary of Jackassery.
Of Foolish nice.
Foolish what?
Foolishness.
Foolishness.
All the people that were loyal to him, that we, that
all the coons.
I showed Tony a video yesterday with journalist Laura Coates interviewing Byron Donaldson. Byron Donaldson is one of the more well-speaking people who can really
what compared to who? Herschel Walker?
Yeah, no, he's one of those that always got an answer for something. So people, they like him because anything you say, he's ready to go with a comeback of some type. Especially during Donald Trump's campaign, he was always like the one. He was on the Breakfast Club. He was on a couple of other things. He's not for DEI. He's not for any of these things. However, it's very crazy to me that Donald Trump didn't, I still can't get over it. Donald Trump doesn't even find black people, smart black people, worthy of being on his cabinet. These are the people that helped him cross the finish line, who these hard ERs really kind of looked up to and watched all of his videos and stuff like that. For him to come out and not at all pick, not even one. I mean, Vivek Ramaswamy is like the best,
the darkest
person there. And he definitely don't identify as a Ramaswamy.
We have some.
Look at the freaking cabinet right here.
He has picked some diverse candidates to be part of his overall team and also in his cabinet. But again, as of now, there's yet to be a black American picked for a cabinet level slot. Joining me now, one of Trump's top allies on the Hill, Republican Congressman Byron Donalds of Florida. Congressman, you have been a very vocal and effective surrogate for Trump and for his campaign and, frankly, the Republican Party. What is your response to this criticism?
I think it's criticism where people are upset that they still lost this election. And so if you were going to ask Reverend Al or anybody else in the Democrat Party, they're still licking their wounds about the fact that this did not work out the way that they thought it was going to. That being said, Donald Trump's cabinet is about people who are going to implement his agenda. And he's not done, by the way. You have Susie Wiles, the first woman ever to serve as chief of staff. You have Marco Rubio, a Cuban American who's going to serve as Secretary of State, representing America across the globe when it comes to foreign policy. You have Tulsi Gabbard going to be at DNI. So many others that are coming, and there's still slots to be filled. So I think everybody needs to pump the brakes and just wait and see what happens.
Do you think Democrats are putting form over substance?
Absolutely. Look, even if you look at how the Democrats filled the Joe Biden cabinet, they wanted to have a piece of every identity, but did they get the job done? Did they actually serve the interest of the American people? Because here's what I know. Whether you black or Hispanic, if the border is unsecure, Alejandro Mayorkas, if the border is unsecure, does that help people in their everyday lives? No, it does not. And so what Donald Trump's election is about is bringing competency and reality back to deep.
Do you think that these people who go hard for Donald Trump like this are just being complacent? Do you feel like they're like, we can't beat him, so we might as well join him? Do you think that that's what it is? Because I really don't see any other reason why
you gotta think about
somebody with a brain would support
Uncle Ruckus, Uncle Tom's. People like that fully believe that if they stick close to the white man,
right? Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that they're going to fare well,
right?
And it has never, ever worked out for them, because at the end of the day, you still to them a N-word.
Yeah,
that is literally what you are to him. You're gonna sit here still. This man has overlooked you. He has inserted a wrestling billionaire into the cabinet before you, who was out here literally like shucking and jiving.
Yeah.
Yes, massa. Yes, massa. I sure will. But you should vote for me.
Yeah. The part of the clip didn't play where she asked him specifically how he felt about not being appointed to a seat in the cabinet, and he's like, what did he say?
He was like, there's other things out that I'm looking at.
Right. There's other things that I'm looking at.
And then she was like, has he even asked you? No, I didn't expect him to ask, but there's other things. She was like, what about senator, governor, anything like that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at some other things. It's not something in there. Yeah, you big idiot.
Yep.
You big idiot.
That's the most disappointing thing when you see a big old black man. That's
A big old
idiot.
A big black idiot. Like
Yep.
Sean Nelson.
Yeah.
Sean Nelson, a big stupid idiot. Just walking around
We don't know who that
ashy and dry
We don't know who that
and
is.
nasty and terrible person.
We don't know who that is.
Height for no reason. This man should be playing some type of professional league in Europe, but outside protesting 3 years ago, anti-vaxxing. Go. That's the problem. People that didn't get the vaccine. Him is one of them. He need the vaccine. Would regulate his system. You bastard. I will say his name because he's a nobody.
He's definitely playing. He's not playing basketball.
He's playing other balls.
Definitely playing with some balls.
These same people voting for Republican out here getting rid of transgender rights, but you out here a transgender yourself. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. You're gonna smite your nose. You're gonna smite your face for your
Chop off your nose to
smite your face.
Yeah.
You out here going for everything that's not for you, knowing that you's a big stupid idiot, and they go come for you first.
What's this guy's name?
Who?
The one
Byron Donaldson.
And
He's another
from
big
where?
stupid.
Florida?
Yeah.
But who is he?
He is, let's see, Byron Donaldson. United States Representative.
Sure.
46 years old. I didn't even realize that. Married to a white woman.
Where is he from?
He is from Florida.
Okay.
Yes. This is his white wife.
Oh.
Her nose is prominent.
Yeah, they're not going to be married to each other for long, though, because they're going to outlaw that soon.
You got the next story?
They got 3 children.
Oh, yes. Oh, we're still on this first story. Protecting child rapists. We already talked about that. UConn ripped over handling of goat at Gino Arima ceremony. See, yesterday.
First it was the squirrels, now it's a goat.
Well, this is the legendary coach of a UConn basketball team. He was yesterday certified as the greatest of all times because he is the winningest coach, I think, in basketball history or something like that. But PETA is pissed at UConn, furious over the goat handling at the Arima ceremony. So UConn's live goat gift to Gina Auriemma on Wednesday night has infuriated animal rights activists with PETA telling the news it didn't think the scene was cool at all. Officials for the organization said in a statement to us on Thursday it was apparent to them the goat was under duress as a handler brought it into the Harry A. Gamble Pavilion Court to celebrate Auriemma's 1,217th career victory. PETA claimed the goat was visibly anxious, and to make matters worse, it said the person leading it either didn't notice or didn't care that his collar was digging into his neck. The organization said it'll be sending UConn a letter later this week to urge the school to make this cruel courtside spectacle its last. The University of Connecticut can't con people into thinking it's okay to
Get it what they did there? Can't con.
Can't con people into thinking it's okay to
good.
subject a stressed out animal out to the chaos of bright lights and screaming fans, PETA said. But what about if it was at a farm? Wouldn't it be the same thing? There would be lots of people around. I mean, there's no bright lights, but there's still going to be a lot of people around.
Not this much people.
Yeah, UConn clearly didn't see much going wrong with the gesture as Auriemma and other Huskies happily spent several minutes with it following their 85-41 win over FDU. Auriemma pet it. Speculators took pictures with it, and the coaching legend even made a joke about its bowel movements. As for what happened to the goat following the festivities, school officials told us Thursday it was returned to the local farm it was borrowed from just after the on-court party concluded and was served with white rice and boiled banana.
I mean, it's not the first it's been happening. It's not the first time that somebody's been gifted a goat on stage.
That's sweet.
Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart did the same thing. Goat for a goat on stage before.
Yeah, I saw that was not
Curry that.
long ago.
Yeah.
That was good for them. They probably have farms. A quick segue into local news. Boston MBTA has launched a new app with real-time updates for all of you guys that do that. With the launch of the MBTA Go, the transit agency has taken another step towards modernizing its system.
Very nice.
Puzzled as to when your train will finally arrive, curious about how long a trip will take, wondering what transfers you can make, you're in luck. The MBTA now has a mobile app for that. MBTA Go went live late Wednesday. Now, riders who have long called for more reliable updates can access live information in the palm of their hand, including tracking buses and trains as they approach stations. T General Manager Philip Ng said the app is just one component of the agency's effort to improve communication with riders and will help us be even more transparent in a press release on Thursday. Good for them.
Yeah, I like Philip Ng. I feel like he's done a lot for the T since he's been there. Or has he? Do we just hear his name a lot more?
I mean, I think that they have been, I think from him, we've seen the most set of repairs and shutdowns and, you know, like things that we should have done a long time ago so that in 2024 we shouldn't be doing it. And I think that he, from what I've seen, I think that he's doing a good job.
Who was there before him? I remember what he looked like, but I don't remember his name at all.
That wasn't the Grim Reaper looking one, right?
No, that was the police commissioner.
Yes.
Anyhow, do you want to just go into the entertainment? The rest of the national news is just
absolutely,
Sure.
absolutely.
Time for entertainment news.
Yes, it is. Saba and No ID, Ice Cube, Boldy James, and Harry Feud, Mac Miller. All of these people have new music coming out today.
I don't know most of those people. I know Mac Miller and Ice Cube out of all those people that you said there.
Saba and No ID from the private collection of Saba and No ID. You know who that is, children?
Yes, that's No ID's Drake's DJ. I'm Drake's producer.
Okay.
Juice WRLD comes out today with The Party Never Ends.
Juice WRLD
Juice WRLD is dead. This is, I think, his second posthumous album.
Boldy James.
Second. Wow. Okay, sorry.
And Mac Miller's second, right? Too?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mac Miller is also passed.
His one is called Balloonerism.
Both died a few years ago due to they both overdosed.
Oh, damn.
And Mac Miller is Ariana Grande's ex-boyfriend. Ariana Grande stars in Wicked, which came out yesterday.
Boldy James and Harry Ford, they have The Brictionary.
No.
Ice Cube has Man Down.
Really?
Nicki Minaj is coming out with Pink Friday 2 Deluxe, The Hiatus.
Oh, wow.
I wonder why she keeps on putting out the same album and adding more music to it and calling it a deluxe. I don't know. It's very perturbing. Is that a thing? Is that what we do in the music
Bizarre.
industry? Very crazy. So those are the new musics that are coming out. Jonathan Major's ex-girlfriend drops assault and defamation lawsuit because you didn't have one, honey.
Yeah.
You didn't have one.
And him and Megan Good are engaged.
They are engaged. Good for them. So this story was very interesting. Actor Juicy Smollett's hate crime hoax conviction overturned by an Illinois Supreme Court.
And what does this mean?
This is very interesting. The Illinois Supreme Court on Thursday overturned former Empire actor Juicy Smollett, or Jussie Smollett, conviction for allegedly staging a hate crime against himself in Chicago in 2019. That was 2019.
So he's not...
He's guilty, not guilty.
The state's highest court did not weigh in on the merits of the case against Smollett, ruling only that his constitutional rights were violated when he was prosecuted a second time after original charges against him were dropped in 2019. Oh, double jeopardy. I thought that was only for murder. This was not a decision of the merits of the case, whether or not he's guilty or not guilty, or he did it or he didn't do it. This is strictly a constitutional decision saying this due process rights were violated by the way the system prosecuted him. There should have not been a trial before a jury. There should have not been a sentencing him to probation and time in the Cook County Jail. Smollett was convicted of 5 counts of disorderly conduct and sentenced to 150 days in jail in 2021, but was released after only 6 days behind bars while he appealed his case. Smollett has maintained his innocence from the beginning. And so, yeah, it's not saying that he's not guilty. It's just saying that the courts messed up And they shouldn't have tried him again after the first one was dismissed, even with more information.
So he still has the charges from the first case.
Yeah.
It's just the second one has been overturned.
Because he wasn't. Well, the first case, the charges got dropped. So then they brought him back for a second time to go over the details of the situation. So he got convicted, but he wasn't supposed to come back the second time.
So because they've overturned his conviction, what does that mean? That his record is clean?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
I actually don't know. I mean, and maybe if his record is clean, that's good. But I think everybody's gonna know that man is a liar from now on.
Yeah.
Like his image is kind of trash. He just got to keep on laying low and just let time heal. And I mean, how's Carly Russell doing? Is she doing any well?
No.
Nope. Okay. Anthony Tony Busby repping Diddy, victim sued for assault.
No, I don't like this Tony Busby guy.
He's the one who's suing the victims?
He's the one who's representing all the victims, and now he's been sued for assault.
Oh, yes. Diddy attorney repping alleged victims sued for assault. Divorce client says champagne flute used as a weapon. What'd he do? The lawyer represented more than 120 alleged victims of Diddy has now himself been sued for assault. A woman suing as Jane Doe claims to have been a former client of Tony Busby. She filed a lawsuit obtained by TMZ in which she alleges the attorney assaulted her while repping her in a divorce case. The documents do not lay out specifics of the alleged assault, but a source connected to the woman tells TMZ she is alleging she was in a public place when Busby saw her, flew into a fit of rage, and allegedly pushed a shampoo flute into her face, chipping her tooth. She says she was both medical and dental records to prove her injuries. She also alleged he committed malpractice, claiming he messed up her divorce case, costing her millions of dollars. We're told the alleged assault occurred several years ago. So somebody busts up your face with a shampooing flute in public and you don't file an actual police report?
Not only that, but how is the dental records and stuff going to prove it if nobody actually saw it happen?
Because that could mean you buxed up your teeth somewhere else.
Yeah.
It didn't mean that you got it with a champagne flute.
Right.
And why you don't put no details, no heavy details in there? You suing a lawyer who's representing 120 people who also have probably no detail. Mm-hmm. How would you think that you're going to fare thee well in court against this?
It seems pretty frivolous.
Yeah.
Frivolous.
Oh, look at Diddy throughout the
Diddy
years.
Diddy was in court on Monday because he had over the weekend his cell was raided. And
who raided his jail cell?
Yeah, the jail cell. But the judge came to the conclusion that the feds would have to turn over, and they would have to give Diddy back all the notes that they took from his cell, and they would have to destroy the notes that they took from his cell.
I mean, Diddy's also trying to get another bail hearing, saying that they doctored the film of him turning up on Cassie in the hotel that we all watched, and he said that he did not throw the vase at her. He threw the contents of the vase at her. Mm-hmm. And they doctored it to make it seem like they threw the vase of her, making him seem more dangerous than what he is. Mm-hmm. So he should be released on bail.
He said that. He said that out of his he said it.
Yeah. He said it.
I didn't throw the vase. I only threw what was inside.
All of us all together.
Oh. Yeah. Because why did he think that our eyes don't work? Did we not see him dragging that girl and clotheslining her from the back? Oh, yes. Just the vase part.
Oh, just the vase part.
No, wasn't another part in there too? Like he did not
spin kick her.
Yeah, he did not spin kick her. He only spinned her.
Yes.
Not spin.
He was only trying to get his clothes from her.
Because she took his clothes and his phone, so he was chasing her down to get the phone.
Yeah.
And that's when she ran into his fist.
Yeah.
And then she tripped.
And when he dragged her down the hallway, when we saw him dragging her down the hallway, he wasn't dragging her down the hallway. He was just retrieving her.
He was pulling her.
Yes.
For safety.
Yes.
Yes.
Saving her life.
And y'all should let Diddy free for saving that girl's life from the beatdown she never received.
Yes.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Before we go, could we show them this?
Yes.
To show them I show you guys what I was talking about earlier. The MBTA lets you see the before and after. So if you turn to your screen, kindly go through that.
Let's
so
see.
right now we're seeing what currently looks like. This is the intersection of Walk Hill and Blue Hill Ave. And when we glide to the left here, we will see the
Oh, look at what you're
transformation.
doing. Oh, wow. Do it again, JJ. JJ, do it again. Do it again. I wasn't paying attention, though. Okay. Hold on. Everybody watch.
All
This is cool. This is what it looks like before as is.
Before and after.
All right, the house still there.
All right, ready?
Wow.
Okay. We got a trees, some yellow things.
Do you see that little lane thing that they put there? In
Right
Walk
here
Hill?
in the middle?
Yeah.
In the middle. So this right here,
Uh-huh.
if before this is the center line. Right now it's useless basically.
Yeah.
This goes through the whole Blue Hill Ave.
Uh-huh.
So they're gonna get rid of that, put the bus lanes there,
Okay.
and do that.
So on one side of the street, it looks like there are 3 lanes. Oh, no. There are 2 lanes with some parking spaces at the one side. And then on the other side, it's 1 lane, island, then a bike lane, then the sidewalk. Who did this together? This is freaking awesome.
This is on the MBTA website.
Ooh.
I did put the link in there for you guys. So you
Thank
could definitely
you.
go in there. Everybody can go see the changes. Some of the lanes is a turning lane. Some of them aren't. I know. I did the same thing. Though.
I'm having so
I did the same thing. Wait, do it again.
Do it again. What a change. Where that line coming from?
One thing they also did add on Blue Hill is a lot of trees. A lot of greenery they're putting in, and it kind of reminds me of Calm Ave.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. They said adding trees is going to conserve a lot of energy, and because Blue Hill Ave is very much a hot spot.
Yeah.
So if they add more trees, it's going to give more shade and conserve energy.
Toya, what is wrong with that shit? Look like ass. What's wrong with you guys?
Y'all in the comment section.
BS. The grass planters on the left and right look nice, but it's wasteful space and damn Democrats. More trees equal more traffic. But we can breathe better while we sit in traffic.
They say we got too much. We need more trees.
And it's too hot over there in Mattapan, so
what
they
they
need more
say?
trees to cool it down.
Yeah.
There's a thing for that. The city, something they had a word.
Climate exchange.
Fancy word.
The Republicans gonna take that out too. There's not no climate exchange. The weather is the weather.
Oh my
Yeah.
What
goodness.
the first thing they should have done was eliminate daylight savings time. But no, nobody wants to focus on the facts.
No,
Right.
don't.
Yeah, get rid of that.
We have found out. We have come to the conclusion that there's no real reason for daylight savings time.
There's
The farmers don't care for it. We don't care for it.
Right. And why is it pitch black at 4:00 in the afternoon?
Yeah, that's not okay because
it's-
by 6 o'clock you've gone through the full day. You're ready for bed, and
Yep.
bed is not for another 3-4 hours.
I think daylight savings highly contributes to seasonal depression.
Me as
It
well.
really, really does. And I think that we need to take
It
a
does.
more harder stance on mental health of people, especially in this Trump's new America that's about to come here, because niggas is wild.
Mike Nice said, Mattapan ain't the Amazon.
It ain't. It's about to be, though. Because I don't know what the hell is going
Y'all
on.
are bugging. I'm out. It's Friday. It's showing.
Everybody's hungry and everybody's tired.
Everybody's scared.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's going on.
It's-
Nobody knows.
It is getting crazy.
My good friend Sanella offered a nice prayer today, and it's called the I Don't Know prayer. And she says, when you don't know, you just go and you sit down somewhere and be like, God, I don't know nothing what's going on, but you know.
Amen.
And I'm going to leave it in your hands. And I
Hello.
had to repost that because I'm going to have to take that with me because I don't know.
Say that.
Yeah.
Say that.
We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be all right, people. Everything is gonna be all right.
Eben said, wish him happy birthday. Wish happy birthday,
Happy
brother.
Hope that's the birthday. Ready for the birthday.
I didn't know our birthdays were that close. Happy birthday to my forever
What are we
friend,
doing? We turning
Evan.
up. We having a little backyard jam where we meeting
I
this
know.
week.
Can we do that
I
again?
know.
That was so much
You
fun.
can even do it at my house.
Oh, wow.
No, don't do that at my house. But let's go to your house, Eben, and let's have a nice birthday with a drink and thing. We can ask Warren if we could use his backyard. That's was
a nice yard. We had Lime tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Lime tomorrow.
Send me the number.
Send me the ting.
If anybody wants to go to any 420 friendly events, holla at me tonight. I'll be DJing a 420 event downtown Boston. Food, drinks, all that.
I got a
stuff.
BYOB.
But it's December.
No, I mean,
what number are we?
I don't, 420 and liquor for me don't really mix. We just do one thing. So
I BYOB mean bring your own bud, Tristan.
Duh.
It
could mean that too, a bottle.
It could, but in our world, because we are.
Yes. Or you don't have to bring some. You don't have to bring some. You can get some.
What's somebody in here with an orange shirt?
Bobby's here.
Oh.
Bobby's here?
Yes.
I saw an orange shirt.
Where's Bobby?
Bobby's somewhere in here.
All right, then. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Bobby Steels is up next with the Bobby Steels Show, the greatest damn midday show in the world. Make sure you touch base, check in, do what you got to do, because we outside with it. Have a good weekend. Be safe, be fruitful, and try not to multiply. Con, your body is not your choice.
Not at all. Bye.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Spark FM. Spark FM.